name's Stacy Bernards.
And my name is John Bernards.
And we live in the Forest Hills neighborhood of Washington, D.C. So when we bought our house, the flow and the way that the space was used was not really the best for our family. The previous owners had put an addition on the space, and we didn't really like the way that they had added an addition, and we thought that we could improve the space, the flow, and have more room and storage for our family. The kitchen also was very dated and really needed to be completely redone. We knew that we wanted to do the renovation, but we also knew that we needed to save some money. But I started looking around in design magazines over the years for architects where I really liked their work. And I found Donald Lococo in a design magazine, who became our architect. I reached out to him, and thankfully he came to the property, saw a lot of potential, and agreed to work with us.
We asked Donald Lococo to design a front for our house that worked more for the home and the neighborhood. The current design didn't really flow with the neighborhood that well. Donald came in and designed it, and FineCraft rebuilt the entire front stairways. On the side of our house, we had a small walled-in courtyard, probably around the perimeter of maybe 15 by 15 or 20 by 20 feet. It was very small, it was walled in and closed off. There was no real access to the backyard, so we decided to open that up. FineCraft demolitioned the entire project, built a fireplace, redid all the patio, redid all the brickwork, stairs, put in a fence for us, and completely changed the usability of the space. Now we have a direct walkway from our house to the backyard.
Foyer was very oddly shaped, and it had some strange windows at the front next to the staircase, and the stairs didn't have a railing. There was a very odd sort of open corner that was not usable, and it just looked odd because the previous owners had extended the front door a little bit and added some space, but it just wasn't well used. And so working with Donald Lococo and FineCraft, we envisioned a nice formal powder room in that open space. It made the stairwell look more appropriate and fitting to the home, and we also redid a coat closet, which gave us really nice storage. And now, and also we put in a new front door, which brings a lot of light. Since the windows were covered up, we still needed to bring in some light, and Donald designed with FineCraft a really beautiful open front door with a matching transom that brings a lot of light into the foyer.
Also in the living room, they built two built-in cabinets. One is to cleverly cover an air vent that goes up through the floor and a return for the air conditioning unit. But the other one was the other matching cabinet is a useful cabinet they built. FineCraft also rebuilt our mantle in a style that we much more prefer than the previous.
So to enter the office previously, the door had been on the other side, and it needed to move to the right side of the fireplace, which created better flow for walking into the office. The real change in the office was we had sliding glass doors, which went out onto the patio. and it just didn't feel right for an office space. It was too open and not enough privacy from the patio space. And so we worked with Donald Lococo and FineCraft to change the way that that space was situated. We took out the sliding glass doors and we put in a single door and a window, which fits the space much more nicely. So our kitchen was really not functional, and we're a family of 5, cooks a lot. We cook 6 out of 7 nights a week, and so we needed a kitchen that worked for our family, and Donald Lococo and FineCraft really helped us achieve that. We moved a wall into the living room to make it a much bigger space. We changed the orientation. It previously had been chopped in half by a counter with counter height stools. Really just made it a beautiful space. There was also a very ugly set of windows that we removed and opened it up in a nicer way to the patio. We're really excited about how the kitchen turned out. The color blue we chose was a bit of a risk, but the whole family had input, and we ended up choosing my daughter Colette's favorite blue color, and it just turned out spectacular. We love the way that it looks with the marble countertops and with the built-ins also in the breakfast nook area, which give us great hidden storage and just makes for a really nice, cozy place for family dinners.
So the room we're in now is the family room. Before FineCraft, this was one large room that went from one side of the house to the other. Donald Lococo and FineCraft came in and created its own space by adding kitchen cabinets to not only close off the kitchen, but close off this room for some privacy. They also added a pocket door to separate the dining room from the family room for more intimate dinners. The fireplace, FineCraft completely rebuilt the mantle in the fireplace. They also removed sliding doors that were now where our windows are to make one entry into the new side patio and a place for a sofa and windows.
So the master bathroom was a really terrible use of space. There was an old jacuzzi tub and a very small shower, which made you feel like you were taking a shower in a cruise ship. It also has under a dormer, so it had a very strange slope ceiling. So working with Donald Lococo Architects, FineCraft got rid of the useless jacuzzi tub, expanded the shower so that it was a nice size, took some of the footprint of the bathroom for a new walk-in closet, and built a really unique curved ceiling above the sinks that gives the bathroom very nice character.
So we would definitely recommend FineCraft to our neighbors and friends, and we in fact have already. Hopefully they'll do more jobs in our neighborhood because we'd love to see them driving around. Working with the team was, not at all times, but many times, a real pleasure for me. All the guys that they brought on Ray's team and FineCraft's team were respectful of our family, respectful of our space. They were courteous to our kids, and courteous. They always showed up on time and worked throughout the day. So I would highly recommend them to anyone.